Having that flawless skin, no blemishes, no scars, no acne, having that shaped and thin ideal body type, this is every adolescent's dream. So I'm here today to talk about airbrushing, Photoshop, and advertisements, and how it's affecting young girls negatively by causing physical and mental harm. The media is so prominent in our society that it influences us that much more. By fighting media with media and creating organizations/groups, we can promote natural beauty, healthy dieting, and positive self-images, because right now the media is embodying an unrealistic perfect woman. So first I want to talk about Photoshop and airbrushing. Two things that pretty much go hand in hand. It creates that flawless skin and it creates that ideal body type. Getting rid of wrinkles, blemishes, under-eye bags, reducing the waist size, taking inches off thighs, butts and boobs are enlarged, anything. I could probably go on for days about everything that they can correct for media. So young girls see these images on magazines and on TV, and they think that if they don't look like that, they aren't beautiful enough. And young men, they see these images, and subconsciously, whether they think they are or not, they view women in this way. So girls hold themselves up to these unrealistic standards by sometimes going as far as plastic surgery, or they form these eating disorders such as bulimia and anorexia. They fall into depression due to low self-esteem because, like I said before, they just don't feel beautiful enough. Advertisements also don't help much with this because they present women as sex objects or icons. For example, I saw this one picture of an ad of a girl in a beer commercial. It was for beer, but her whole entire body was the beer bottle. So producers of commercials know that these images obviously appeal to the audience, and therefore consumers will buy more and they'll have bigger sales. I read in an article on The Independent that young girls, by the time they reach age 12, they have seen about 77,500 ads. The number is shocking, but that also isn't surprising because, like I said, it just proves the point of how dominant media is in our society. So I feel like obviously something needs to be done because the numbers just keep increasing on how young girls are allowing themselves to be affected by media. So one awesome promoter I read about was the Dove campaign, promoting natural beauty, and they've been doing this since 2004. They started up by an advertising agency founded by Ogilvy and Mather, and they operate 450 offices in 120 different countries with 18,000 employees. So this is a really, really big contributor to promoting positive self-images. They influenced Spain to actually ban the use of overly thin models, and they've also created campaigns for self-esteem, like I mentioned. So there was this one ad that I saw it was a sketch ad, and it was these women, they would go into an artist, and the artist isn't allowed to look at them or anything, and they describe themselves to this man, and he sketches them out based off of what they said about themselves. And then they go off and meet other people, and then those people are asked to describe that same woman to the same artist, and then they sketch it. At the end of the whole meeting, they look at the two sketches and show the women, and the one that they describe themselves is this like sad and ugly image, and the one that other people described them as was this bright and like healthy and beautiful woman. So it really brought a realization to them that this is what they really look like, and what they think they look like isn't the real them, which I found was really powerful. Celebrities are also very big influences on our society, and you can't completely blame the media because women are allowing themselves to be objectified this way, and they're allowing themselves to be affected by these images even when they know it's not real. So I think that celebrities could also be good contributors to helping promote self-images. For example, Keira Knightley, in 2004 when her poster of King Arthur came out, her boobs were way bigger than they really are. She has a boyish figure. She's a lot more flat-chested, and she told Us magazine that those things are not mine. And she told producers that on her next poster for At World's End, Pirates of the Caribbean, she wanted no Photoshop. She didn't want anything done to her, to leave her alone. And they did. They took her their request. Another woman would be Kim Kardashian, because her photo came up on Complex magazine, but then the real photo leaked online, and it showed her thighs were larger, she wasn't as thinned down, her skin wasn't as toned, and she was really upset because she was like, this is the real me, and this isn't. A quote that she said was, I'm proud of my body and my curves, and this picture coming out is probably helpful to everyone to see that just because I'm on the cover of a magazine doesn't mean I'm perfect. Lastly would be Jessica Simpson. She has joined an organization, it's an Operation Smile called The Beautiful Me, which is a campaign for young girls to embrace their inner beauty. And she did a whole photo shoot with Marie Claire, with no makeup, no anything, and she wasn't touched up or anything, so that they could see that she too is not perfect and these images aren't real. So those are just a couple of things that have been done to promote positive self-images and to help young girls, but there's so many other things that can be done, starting with us. Like, there can be pledge drives, which inspire people to appreciate their bodies. Maybe surveys can be created, see who has poor body images and go from there. Organizations, clubs that promote healthy dieting and exercise as an alternative to eating disorders. Functions that promote positive self-esteem or sleepover slash lock-ins with young adolescents empowering each other that they're okay just the way they are. YouTube, obviously, that's a big contributor. Social media, everything, Facebook, everything that has to do with social networking can be used to promote positive self-images. So airbrushing, Photoshop, and advertisements, these are all things that are creating negative self-images on young girls, but through all of this, we can help create a more positive environment in society.